everybody? It's BillKeyz. And today, I got a few topics I want to talk about. Some have to do with the Call of Duty slash gaming slash first-person shooter community. Some of them don't. So, one thing I want to talk to you guys about is, after high school, I want to know, like, what are your guys' plans to do after high school? I've been watching a lot of the younger commentators out there, and it's been a very interesting ride of them talking about, I'm going to college, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. When I was younger, I didn't really have much expectation in life. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I knew I wasn't going to go to college. I'm not that, and I'm not trying to. I want you guys to understand. I don't put myself down, but as an adult, a young adult, when I got to that point, I knew my limitations. I can tell you that I knew I wasn't going to go to college. I'm not that intelligent in that way. I knew I was going to get a job, work hard, and do whatever I need to do to support myself and potentially support my family, because I was with my wife since I've been in high school. So I knew that we were going to have, when I got to my senior year, I knew this is the person I want to be with for the rest of my life. I kind of made that decision. Unless she didn't want to be with me, I wanted to be with her for the rest of my life. So, and now that we have a son, and we live here, we live in a different place other than where I lived here before. So, what is your guys' expectations after high school? Honestly. So, I remember when I was really young, elementary school, I wanted to be like a lawyer. I wanted to be this. I wanted to be that. But I never really. First of all, I never knew I was going to be a YouTube commentator, for sure. I always loved video games, and I always talked about other things, I don't know. I always thought about things to do. I had hobbies, but I'm going to tell you, other than collecting ink pens, the continuous hobby that I've always had is playing video games, honestly. That's one of the hobbies that I've always done. I've loved video games. I played video games my whole life, ever since I was 6. So basically, after school expectations, or after high school expectations, what do you think about that as young adults? When do you start to think about that? Like, have you thought about it, and what age are you? That's basically what I'm trying to look at in the comments there, looking for a little feedback, because I didn't really, like I said, I didn't really think about it. I took basic classes. I wasn't like, oh, I'm going to go to college and be a doctor. I never thought of that. And but also, if you have that expectation of wanting to do that, do that. Try to follow your dreams. Just know that when you're going to get to that point of following your dreams, know that you may have to sacrifice certain things. For example, if you want to do video games in your life, make sure you find a prime hub, a state, a place where video games exist. Go to school and then know that, hey, I'm going to probably have to move here, or probably have to move there. Now, the cool thing about the younger, for me, from 16 to 18, from 15 to 18 in high school, is that you can do YouTube and almost have that as like a resume in the future, to after you go to school, get your education, then you can get interviewed, and you can be like, look, I still do YouTube to this day, and that's what I do, video games. I actually generate revenue from this, and it's become a business. So I didn't think about that. I wish. I mean, there's not many. I don't really want to go back in too many times, but the thing is I hope to, if I could go back, if I would have started when I was 16 years old, okay? Remember that. That's back in, like, first of all, YouTube didn't even exist back then, but if I would have thought about what maybe you guys should think about. Now, don't get me wrong, it's saturated with a bunch of commentators and stuff like that, but the point is, if you take the time and work hard, I feel, if you realize that you need to change and do things, talk, have a good voice, have a good recording, have a good mic, post decent gameplay, you have to figure out a niche. Something, first of all, I'm going to be honest, I know a lot of bigger names say it and stuff like that, but the point is this, like, if you're going to post Call of Duty, you just post Call of Duty. If you're going to do demos, you just do demos. If you're going to do this, you just do that. You start off with that, and you work a certain group of views. That's probably the mistake that I made. I'm going to be honest. That's the mistake I made. So go into that. Say, hey, I'm going to just do Call of Duty, or I'm going to just do first-person shooters, and I'm going to work on a certain group of viewers that's going to come to my channel, and then I'm going to throw in some other games. Because that's what happens. They eventually, people get used to you as a human being. So, of course, like I said, if I'd have thought about this when I was in school, you would know me as, I would be probably one of the biggest YouTubers of all time. Of course, maybe not. It all depends on people in general. So let me know what you guys think. What do you think about, what are your expectations after school? Do you want to go to college? Do you feel college is for you? And so forth and so forth. That's really what I would like to know, because I didn't really have no expectations. I might live my dream through you. I might be like, hey man, that's what maybe I should have did. Now, don't get me wrong, I should have played sports. I was very young and dumb when it came to things like that. I did not play sports. I made a huge mistake. I could have went to college to play sports. I'm a pretty big dude. I'm a pretty intelligent guy when it comes to football. I enjoy football, but I just didn't. There's a few reasons. I've done a video about bullying and stuff like that. So I was picked upon, and I was young and dumb. And when I came to sign certain papers, I was really mad that day at my grandma, and I got mad and I yelled and I screamed and we had, and I decided not to sign this and stuff like that. So it was really, really ridiculous. But I can ask you one thing, getting to that situation, before you think about something and you react, count to 10, literally in your mind. Count to 10, and then think about it. Try to think about it rationally. I know when you're young, you spur the moment, just have at it. I do that even today, and I'm not old, but I'm an older adult, I guess. So remember that, guys. So there's been a little bit serious in there. So after school, what are you gonna do? Post in the comments, hit the like button. If you like what you see, subscribe. And like I always say, my name is BillKeyz, and you guys have a great and wonderful day.
Securing A. A secure. Losing Charlie. UAV recon standing by. UAV recon ready for deployment. UAV online.
Tossing stun grenade!
Securing C.
I'm reloading!
Losing C. Losing C. Friendly Predator missile inbound. Losing C. Losing Charlie. Friendly Cobra inbound. Job complete.